Morning, everyone. Johnny Drone Flyer. What is today? November 6th. Yeah, welcome in. Drones and Coffee. How's everybody doing? Great sunrise crew there this morning. I didn't catch Charlie. I guess I didn't have his notification because I guess I was expecting Drone Bone. But yeah, Rodney. Of course, Scotty filled in for Dennis and Chris Hope. And yeah, Scott, man, I know you had some problems yesterday, man. I tell you what, I know we tried to help you and talk you through that, but I know it's aggravating me, do them darn updates and stuff. So I hope you can get that corrected. And, I know it was frustrating, but hey, it's fun. It's entertaining. Like Bob said, hey, just keep it simple, man. Hey, Joe Fotalio, welcome in. Al, Jack Rabbit, Stephen Drones, Dave, Arizona, Barkley, Rodney Bell, DeMarco's up, Steve knows. Anybody want to pop in? You're welcome to. I'll put the link in the chat here, and you're welcome to pop in. And keep it kind of short this morning. We got probably about 40 more gallons of paint to try to get this house done, do the walls and ceiling today. We did it primed the other day, and yeah, hey, I want to say a great LSU game last night. If you watched that LSU Alabama game, of course, just a few miles here from the house, and man, that was exciting. Probably could have probably heard the roar from Baton Rouge. A lot of exciting games. Of course, Tennessee and Georgia. A lot of people Tennessee fans. Congratulations also to the Houston Astros for winning the World Series. So yeah. A lot happening in sports. Busy time of year. Fall, great flying time of year. Lots of drones coming out. And, how's everybody like that new classic that came out Wednesday? Seems like, I know we did a little early morning show, Drone Nation, Ron and Marcus and DeMarco and Captain Ray. And, man, not a lot of people ordered that drone, though, for sure. Seems like I don't really know anybody that ordered it yet. But, hey, we'll see how that turns out. Uncle Bill, welcome in. Yeah, DeMarco, Jack, let's see. Scotty, yeah, what you say? DeMarco's tired because he had to watch. Yeah. FSU put it on Miami. A good game. Lots of good games yesterday. Clemson went down. Notre Dame took it to them. So, what's up, Scotty?
Oh man,
what you doing, brother?
You know what? I figured out. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I probably got you. Hang on. I got to mute this. Okay.
There you go.
Sorry about that. I have figured out stress makes you tired.
Hey man, look. You know what, Scotty? I think what we have fun doing this, man. Listen, it's entertaining, and hey, what else would you do at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning? Besides fight your drone and meet up with some good friends and drink some coffee,
Well, the day before, I got to get the screen on the other side. I can't. With multiple monitors, it's hard to see. Anyway.
So Scott, you never did figure. I mean, how did you get it? You had it going a few minutes this morning, so were you able to?
I was cheating, Johnny. You know what? I was on my way home, and I said, "What am I going to do?" I mean, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was like, "I'm not even going to go live. I'm just going to apologize. I'm sorry." And then it hit me. I know what I'll do. I'll show a video of the old sunrise. So, do you know what I was doing this morning? Now, I wish it would have worked. I wish it would have worked, because what I did was, I was like, I don't even have time to figure out how to capture the video. So I went and got my tripod. I played my old screen, and I put the GoPro in front of it, and I recorded it.
What you saying? We had fake news this morning?
Absolutely. And what I did was I took the time to go clip out and shrink it down so it was 5 minutes, and the sunrise would have come up right at the 5 minute mark. And I already made it where, okay, I'll go to the Capitol. Well, I had a special feature for the Capitol. I'm gonna hold it because I might show it later. So, and
Yeah.
then I go over to FSU Stadium. Of course, I can't really see it. Well, my special feature was going to make that work. Anyway,
Joe,
and then if you really looked at
Joe,
the
Joe, you
picture,
believe this guy gave us fake sunrise this morning?
Craziness.
Anyway, if you really looked at the screen, you could see the camera in the reflection of it. And so at the very end of it, I was going to come clean, and I actually zoomed in so you could actually see the camera.
I don't even know if Barkley would pull that, But
well, again, so like I said, what am I going to do? Well, that was my alternative, and so that's why. And then I had the thought. I said, oh, well, I always love that picture where that frog is stroking that stork, and never give up. So that became my mantra.
I think I first seen that picture about 20 years ago.
Oh man, it's a great picture. I mean,
yeah,
matter of fact, when I went to go get the image, there was so many of them and so many different varieties of it.
Yeah.
I just again, I didn't have time. Look, I went and cut that whole video, had it done, and did the same thing. I deleted it too, and had to go do it again. So haste makes waste. Anyway,
it's crazy that update, mess with your, I know we tried to talk you through it. I even had Matt call you. I know Matt's pretty good with all that stuff, but I'm thinking
Matt's idea was to go back to the old.
Send a few people.
Matt's idea was to go back the old way where you actually captured the RTU or whatever it was and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of old. Yeah, like you do it on YouTube where you set it up before, but that seem to be working too good the last few times.
Well, the thing too was we're going to do that with a new controller, and I don't think you can do that with a new controller. So
no, I've heard that you cannot. Yeah, that RTMP way, that's the only way I can do it, having less than 1,000 subs, is do it from the smart controller. So yeah, you have to do it from the RTMP. And mine, the last time I did it was a little shaky too, a little break up.
I have got it to work, but I don't know. You gotta put the dot and then the dot line. I don't know. It's a little process to do it.
Yeah, well, I realized I came back here. I tried to bind my, do the updates, do everything you're supposed to early this morning, and found out I still got the same message. So I still got to figure it out.
Morning, Jerry.
Now Matt told me, he said a lot of people have been having this problem too. So I don't know. What can I say?
I mean, it's kind of weird because I know a couple of people said that they had to send them. I mean, I don't know what they meant by special, firmware or to the email. I really don't know how that works. But
he told me I was going to have to call and that they would send me something through the email to fix it. So, So right now I may be down because actually I flew both of them yesterday with my new controller, no problem, but while I was doing it, it says, oh, you got to bind these a special way. And so I'm still going to try that. I think, Johnny, you actually suggested I hook it up to the computer and try to do it through the computer versus.
Yeah, I mean, some people use a DJI assistant. I've never, ever had to use that. So I know the V-Copter, that's how you do the update. And it was fairly easy, but I've never done it to DJI. Now, I know people that do. I think Marcus and them have done it, but I've never had the reason to do it. So I guess and I have not tried to fly with my regular controller since I updated to fly with the RC either, so.
Yeah, I'll do it on the screen through the app when it prompts me, but I usually just plug it into the computer once a month and just into DJI Assistant and see if there's any.
I ain't never used that, Joe. So how do you do that?
Well, you download depending on which drone you got, but for most drones it's going to be DJI Assistant 2. There is a different one if you have the DJI FPV. There's a different system, but you just open the program, turn the drone on, plug it in. With a USB-C to USB-C or whatever, to plug it in the computer, and the program will recognize immediately what is plugged in. DJI FPV, if it's your goggles, if it's a smart controller, if it's an Air 2S Mini 3, it'll recognize right away what it is, and then bring up the firmware, and it'll tell you if you're current or if there's one to update.
Yeah, well, that might be worth a shot, Scott.
And I'll just sit there at my computer and just I'll plug in the drone, I'll plug in the the RCN1, I'll plug in the smart control. I'll just go through all my DJI equipment and update everything once in a while.
Right.
Well, the biggest thing for me is time. I really don't have time. I'm always cramming for this and cramming for that. Last week was pretty hard on work, and that's why I really wasn't prepared for this time.
Rodney, did you hear him say he's got no time? Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
For a guy that has no time, he sure does a lot of meetups.
Yeah, and he watched football all day.
You know what? I didn't watch football. What was the hey, Chris?
Chris Hope.
What was the first game that was on? And I really
Tennessee and Georgia.
Yeah, I really wanted to watch it. Actually, I saw Georgia was kicking the stew out of them, or it looked like it was going to be that way. And so I went trying to fix this drone, which I didn't succeed with. So,
Al, how you doing this morning, Al?
I'm doing good. I'm waiting for my Air 2S to come back from DJI. I had a problem with the update, and I could not fly anymore.
Yeah, there you go. There you
go.
Really?
Yes, so I had to send mine back.
Did you really?
Yeah, because they sent me all this wild crap that you had to do in the computer, and I said, "Listen, I'm not computer savvy." I says, I'm still using a calculator. Forget about a computer. So
you got an abacus.
Yeah. So I sent the drone back in on a DJI Care refresh. They're sending me a new drone on. It's supposed to be here Wednesday. As soon as I did that update, I could not fly the drone anymore.
And that's what
update was that, Al?
What was that?
What update was that? So I know to stay away from it.
Last week, I think it was the beginning of last week.
Is the one with the RC controller that makes it available with Air 2S? Yeah.
Yeah,
Alice. So you have the old controller? Do you have the old controller?
I don't know who you're talking to me.
Well, I don't know who you're talking to.
I'm talking to Al. So my old controller is what I can't get it to fly with.
Okay, I did it with my smart controller. Okay, that's what I normally used. And after that, I could not fly. Then I binded it with the new
RCN one.
It worked for like 2 flights, and then it went into the same thing. Could not fly anymore.
Wow.
So I was so pissed because I was leaving for Maine, 2 days later, and I was down one drone. So,
Al, did you get an error code? Did you get that error code?
Yes, I got the 3064, I believe.
That's what Scott got.
Yep, 3064. And I gave up with DJI. I called him. I said, "Listen," I says, "you got to do something else. I can't do this with the computer nonsense." And I tried going on the computer, doing it in the DJI Assistant. I redid everything, and it still wouldn't do it. So I just sent it back. They sent me a label. I shipped it off, and I'm getting the new one on Wednesday. So,
Al, you're making my heart just sink, buddy.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Well, I don't mean to be the naysayer here, but that's exactly why I haven't bought any of the new DJI drones here lately, because every time a new one comes out, there's always a year of trouble, and I just don't have the patience for that.
No, I understand what you're saying there for sure.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm the type guy that if it's working, I won't update.
I normally don't. And
well, the reason why I did was because I wanted both drones to work with that new remote controller. Yeah. And I never even thought about going back. And the only reason I went back was because Dennis asked me to do this live stream. And all of a sudden I realized—
You don't blame Dennis.
Yeah, he don't blame Dennis.
It's all his fault.
He's on the other side of the world. He can't defend himself.
No, look, it's really Matt North's fault. Hey, I'd rather blame Matt. If Dennis hadn't gone to Australia, we'd been all right.
Hey, Chris Hope's got a solution. Just get a Phantom 4. Don't worry about all that new Air and Air 2.
I've got a Phantom 4 as well, and I have the Mavic Air 2, which is the last DJI drone I've flown. And like someone else said, I haven't updated either one of them because here lately they just, I'm beginning to agree with Max Air 420.
At DJI.
Uh-oh. I got a question.
I tell you, it's the first time I really ever had a problem with this firmware update nonsense. But this seems to be a problem. I'm going to tell you why. Because when I looked up the code, that 3064,
a few people have had that. Yeah,
this goes way back to 2019.
Yep, I saw that too.
So, there's definitely a problem there. You
Michael Blade, welcome in.
Send a patch, to repair it, but
Bob Casey. Go ahead, Chris.
When y'all get these new drones, they come with this radio. Is that what I understand? They come with it, so you have to use that radio with the screen built into it to fly your drone. Is that correct?
No, that was only on the RC, on the new Mini 3 came with that, not the Air 2S, but they made it compatible.
So Chris, one of my main reasons why I bought the Mini Pro or Mini 3 Pro was I wanted the remote with the screen, and I could have used the old controller with it, but I wanted the screen.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't ready to buy the RC Pro. I don't know, you know, there's the $1,000 one or whatever. Well, I bought the whole drone for $909. It gave me this with the screen. That's why I did what I did. And I got to tell you, I love it. I much rather fly with that screen than I would with your phone or your tablet. So
that's what I was wondering, if you could still fly the new stuff with a phone.
You can.
Okay. That's my whole
Well,
question.
You're supposed to. That's what I just tried to back up and do. I think if I had started there, I would have been okay. But since I'm trying to go backwards, it didn't work.
There have been quite a few people in the chats that have had that code I know. I think Bill Thomas had it, and now you, and then Al. There's been at least, I would say 5 or 6 in just a little group that we know that has had that update problem, and probably a lot more than that, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, unplug it, Scott. That's all you got to do.
Unplug it.
That's what IT says. First time you call them, you got trouble. You turned it off, turned it back on yet? No.
Yeah. So
Chris,
they tell you that on everything.
Chris, it didn't bother me. He just used old tape to show us a sunrise this morning.
You hadn't said anything. We didn't know any different.
Well, I had to because I screwed up.
Hey, good thing
Let me tell you what. I had timed this thing out. It was going to work perfect, and at the end, I was going to expose myself. Because I actually had where I cropped in. Because if you look, you could see the camera that I took a video of it.
Don't expose yourself on YouTube. You'll get in trouble.
You know, I was up in Maine last week, and I had gotten, well, I couldn't fly, but my wife got some incredible sunrise in Arcadia National Park. That's the first place the sun comes up in the Northeast.
Been there. Love it.
It is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
We got there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and man, oh man, it was incredible.
Al, side note, did you go to the Bay of Fundy?
No.
Oh man, you missed something. That's actually in Canada. But
no, we were just in Maine, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's right next door. I mean, literally, it's across the border there. Are you leaving, Chris?
No, E-Drone's leaving. That's what I'm saying.
Eric's leaving. Eric, thanks for hopping in this morning.
The Bay of Fundy, every 12 hours, when the tide goes out, it empties that whole bay. And, I mean, it's a big bay. And the boats are sitting on the ground, and there's
I've seen pictures of that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It was impressive. We took a Maine trip, and we couldn't get a place to stay, so we went across the border, and we ended up near the Bay of Fundy and found this, and what a phenomenon. It's incredible.
Max Air, welcome in. Ray Kelly, and guys, I want to congratulate Ray Kelly. Had an anniversary, his 50th wedding anniversary the other day.
Happy anniversary, Ray.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, did you go to Florida to celebrate?
He's going pretty soon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it. I got my air conditioner on. I usually turn that thing off. I don't even know if it was going off in the live stream. So,
well, I think we could hear it turn off at one point.
Yeah, well, I didn't even realize it. I'm wearing the headphones, and it's got noise cancellation on it. So I just noticed it's on right now.
Hey, Rodney, how's the FPV stuff going? I say you flying away with that FPV stuff.
Oh man, I tell you what, I love FPV. I really do. In fact.
We're gonna see a new drone.
You are Chris Miller.
It's awesome.
Wow.
This is my newest drone, and I got this off of Chris Miller.
It's fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's a blast. I'm just having fun. I am having a problem with my Baby Hawk HD though. It keeps desyncing, and I can cruise. I can just fly. You know, if I fly nice and easy and smooth, it'll be fine. But if I try to do any rolls or loops or anything like that, it desyncs. So I got to figure that out.
Max, that's just the way you fly. Max,
FPV.
I guess everything sucks with Max Air.
David Lorenzo, welcome in.
David Lorenzo.
Hey,
Not
Chris, I know
going
you,
there, Rodney. Not going there.
Chris, I know you don't order new drones, but is it? I don't know if you've been around a lot this week. You know that new Classic came out, and not one person that we know. I'm not saying so far. We did a little live stream. I think the day it come out, and then we did that show Wednesday night, and not one person we know has ordered that drone. Is that's kind of
bird's
strange?
too high.
That's what I'm.
If they had to throw 2 more batteries in there for that price,
Yeah, you got to
I
spend
would've
600. You got to spend $649 more to get 2 batteries.
What drone is this?
This is the Mavic 3 Classic.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
17
noticed that it was more expensive than they didn't
Yeah,
make a whole lot of sense to me.
$1749.
I think a lot of us got the
I'm getting
Mavic
it.
3 already. Like I did,
Well-
so I didn't, and the Mavic 3 has the, that the zoom is phenomenal on that. And the other one doesn't have it.
Joe, you say you're getting it?
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna sell my whole Air 2S big combo. I've got it up for sale with the white goggles, a smart controller, 4 batteries, and a case to hold everything. So I'm gonna sell all that, and then I'll get the.
I'm
I'll
thinking
get
of
the
getting
Classic.
the Light Plus is on sale at $11.99. The Autel Light Plus is $11.99 for the bundle at Best Buy and B&H, which is a hell of a price for that
Sure.
drone. So I don't know.
Which drone was that, Johnny?
That's the Autel Light Plus.
Light Plus.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I
it was $17.99. It's down to $11.99. So I don't know.
Wow.
I don't need to buy anything, I guess, right now. But hey, yeah, the
Well,
Mavic 3, Charles. And that's kind of like DeMarco and I was always talking about a refurbed. So
the wife asked me what I want for Christmas, so I might actually go FPV.
Oh, really?
Either the Avata or the regular FPV DJI drone. I don't know yet, which.
Rodney, how many drones do you have now, FPV style?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 5-inchers. I have the
There you
Baby
go.
Hawk, which is a 3.5 inch. I have, and then I have a Tiny Hawk S that Rick Halber sent me, and then I have a Tiny Hawk that I bought. I had won a Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle at Spin Up in 2021. So
FPV, if you can get at least 2 drones, I always say you can't fly scared. And if you have 2 drones and you're not you'll fly more timid if you're afraid you're going to break it or whatever. And but if you get the second drone, guess what? Now you can fly that first one like it's a son of a gun.
well, my confidence in flying FPV has certainly gone up quite a bit because I've been crashing, I think, a lot more lately because I'm trying new things and stuff. So
Rodney, are you digital, Rodney, or are you still analog?
No, I'm digital. Well, the first FPV drone I ever had was given to me by Brent Nunley. Chris, I think you remember Brent Nunley, and Johnny, you may too.
Possum, the dead possum.
Yeah, he
eat more possum. That's it.
He's here in the chat.
5-inch drone.
He's right here.
And
I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing a whole lot lately on YouTube, but anyway, he sent me my first 5-incher, and when I finally got confident enough to actually fly it, I think I flew it 3 times, and on the 4th time I crashed it and broke the arm.
Wow.
So I had to get a new frame, and when I did, I got a different frame than what was originally on it. So. But yeah, FPV, I'm just loving it. If I'd known it was this much fun a couple of years ago, I would have gotten into it a lot sooner, I think.
I got one of those $50 deals yesterday. One of those Max Air $50 deals.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got a. He mentioned he got a $50 POS recently. He was flying that yesterday, but yeah, I got another DJI FPV set of goggles and a controller for $570. So I'm going to sell the controller for $100. That's $470. Price of the goggles new are $420. So I'm at $470. So I got a drone for $50 with a battery. So
Cool.
That's not bad.
Yep.
And,
Well, guys, I'm going to have
Not
to
bad.
step out.
and who do you get this from, Max?
Guy locally here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, on offer up.
He must have bet on the Phillies, the guy.
Guys, you guys all have a great day. I have to step out.
All right, Al, thanks for
Al,
hopping in.
have
this
a
morning.
good
I
day.
hope you guys rectify that problem with the Air 2S.
Yeah, thanks for
Man,
the advice on that. I'm going to stay away from the update. Appreciate that.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm going
Al,
to Costa Rica tomorrow. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Rodney,
I-
Bill, your friend is talking about you here.
Adrian,
Who?
just keep your pie hole shut there, bucko.
Al, you may have made me an FPV flyer alone now. My camera drones may be done.
Oh, man.
So,
All right,
Hey,
guys.
hey,
have a great one.
Scott, for $50,
See ya,
I'll
Al.
take that
Thank
Air
you,
2S
brother.
off your hands. I'm just saying.
oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, as a friend, you know, I'll do that.
It's in the mail. Oh man.
Hey, Joe, old Mattress Mac,
Yeah,
his bet come through last night, didn't it?
75
Indeed.
million bucks.
Yep.
Wonder how you
Wow.
go pick that up at the casino. Did they put that
Yeah,
in a
right.
bag or something? Or, I don't know.
Did anybody win the Powerball, by the way?
At 1.6
Huh?
billion. I don't know. I hadn't heard yet.
This might be the
No,
winning
nobody
ticket,
won it.
y'all.
Nobody won it.
Don't forget who your friends are, Chris. Just if that's a winner.
That's right, Chris.
Go
Chris said
buy your
everybody-
new GM.
Everybody
buy
in
a
the chat
GMC
get a new
truck.
drone. Everybody in the chat will get a new drone.
Government, that's government motor company for y'all to drive them.
Buy a new Ford, Chris.
Roger
Get rid of
that.
that GMC.
I tried to tell my wife that she wouldn't listen.
There it is. Look, it's 1.9 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine what? Good night, nurse.
Tammy
Could you
Jean, welcome
imagine?
in, Tammy Jean.
Hey, Tammy.
Oh, yeah. Tammy Jean. Hey, good morning.
Oh, Tammy Jean.
The government's making sure that pot gets real high so they can get their money back.
Well, you ain't lying. They get what 1/3 of it back, or almost half of it back, probably.
Well, you know what? That's all right by me because even 1/2 of 1.9 is still.
You ain't lying, Rodney. They could take 3/4 of it at that point, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd
$100
even
grand
give them
changed
a
my life.
Tip the government. Let's see if you win. Everybody is your friend. There you go, Bill. You right about that. Alex Escardo, welcome in. Charles Hatmaker, welcome in. So Rodney, how long is Dennis gonna be gone? I mean, I knew he was going. So is he going? He'll be gone the whole week.
I think he comes back probably at the end of this week.
Wow, that's
He's only going to be there for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And of course, you know, that depends, I guess, on if Matt kidnaps him or, you know.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do Sunrise next week too.
Yeah, I think you are. And so.
Yeah, hey, Scotty, just one thing about that Sunrise. It's supposed to be a live stream. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, you never know. And guess what? What am I going to do if my drones don't fly? I mean, what Al just said.
Don't show a sunrise if it's raining in Tallahassee that day. You know, you might get caught.
Well, you know that front was coming through, and I was like, "What?" So I'm not kidding. I was really considering canceling.
Rodney,
and we got the rain.
Rodney, you may have to make that application a little longer for these fill-ins. You know.
Yeah, maybe so.
You know what?
Listen to me, Scott. You keep doing what you're doing, and you're doing fine. And if we don't get to see a sunrise, we just don't get to see a sunrise. Because Bud, you're a hoot.
Yeah, hey.
I laughed every one of your streams. I've laughed the whole time.
I love the sound bites. That's the most funniest crap.
That is funny, especially ring my bell.
So I'm not kidding. Literally, just before the show started, I was checking to see if my motorcycle sound worked, and I got it on the delete button. What I didn't realize was I had the soundboard up and I hit delete. And it says, "You sure you want to delete this?" And I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I hit delete, and guess what? It was my soundboard.
Ray, what's up, Ray?
Hey, good morning, Johnny, Scott, Chris,
Ray,
Ray.
Kelly.
Joe,
Happy
everybody in the
anniversary
chat.
to you. Happy anniversary to
To
you.
you.
Joe, I'm gonna
Happy
bring you back
anniversary,
in, but let me get this
Captain
character.
Ray.
He's threatening.
Thank
He's
you.
making mean eyes at me
Oh
right
my
here.
God!
This
I gotta
dude
go,
right here.
guys. That's
Hey, brother
I'm gonna put him in the
Adrian.
middle. I'm gonna put him in the middle of y'all too.
Johnny, why would you want to ruin your stream?
Well, you know, I gotta, you know, he was making really mean looking eyes at me. So
He's probably in the bathroom taking a leak. Look at him.
So Johnny, first of all, I
he
want to
can't
say
talk.
good morning to Johnny. Happy anniversary. Scott, great show yesterday, even though you lied to me that you did not want to fly. So Chris Hope, good show. Morning. Ronnie Bell, I don't say to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Adrian, all I got to say is when I come down there to fly with you, you better fly with me. I know where you live, matter of fact. You may not know that, but I know where you live.
I know you do. Ronnie Bell, you're a trader. I don't talk to traders. I only talk to GPS flying drone pilot. That's it.
Well, you know what? I see that as a plus for me then, Adrian.
I got your phone number, sir. Don't make me call you later.
Oh, and I got yours too.
Are they both on the block list?
And you also drive a POS Dodge. Woohoo!
What is you, sir?
Adrian, do you still have your FPV, DJI FPV?
Scared him.
Oh, you must have made him mad now.
Well, it was nice seeing Adrian for a few minutes.
He's still he's
Where'd Johnny go?
Johnny killed himself.
Adrian's in there so bad he knocked me off. I don't know where he went. Let me see here.
Hey, Ray, happy anniversary, buddy.
He's got that North Florida internet.
I was freshening up my coffee.
Okay.
Chris needs to teach him how to wear that cap right, Chris. He's got that old straight bill on there. You can't teach Adrian nothing.
You can't teach the unteachable.
That's right.
Hey, Johnny, your show, your drones and coffee show is becoming one of the most popular on YouTube.
It's fun in the mornings, you know. I mean, we talk a little bit about drones, drink a little coffee, hang out with friends. I mean, it follows up a great crew there on Sunday morning, and just kind of finishes the morning there. Now, if I could get all 6 of you guys to come help me spray this 40 gallons of paint, that'll make today even go a lot better.
You providing food?
Absolutely, hell yeah!
I'm on the way.
All right, I'm on my way.
You gonna make some gumbo?
That'd be the easy part.
You gonna make some gumbo?
Man, I'll tell you what.
Some jambalaya?
We're gonna spray. Actually, tomorrow is my granddaughter's Ellie's birthday, and that's what they have made. They already have some gumbo made with sauce and chicken. Ooh. So that's what we're having for lunch.
All right, I'm on my way.
I love gumbo.
I like the seafood gumbo, but hey,
I'm busy today. I hear the grandbaby's coming to the farm today, so
hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, Scott. So Scott, what?
He froze.
Froze up.
Do that Scott? DJI assistant.
Say that again.
Are you gonna try to do that DJI assistant? I guess, or
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do because again, time is always an issue, and right. But I'll do something. I got a week. So
now, Johnny, you did the update, and there were no problems with your
but in defense of Scott, I had not went back and tried just like he did. It worked fine with my RC controller, so I haven't had time to fire it up yesterday. I know I talked to Scott on the phone a couple of times. Maddie called him, and we tried to help, but so man, I mean, I'm not saying it won't work, but I have not tried it, so I really don't know.
So if I'm not mistaken, Johnny, on that DJI Assistant 2, if I'm not mistaken, you can when you do the update from there, you can what's it called, downgrade or go back up.
Go backwards.
Go backwards.
think that's what Matt was telling Scott, but I don't think he's
Yeah,
tried Scott, did you?
No, actually, Matt was trying to get me to do the old system way, where you actually got well, I mentioned this earlier, and Joe, you actually said what it really was, RMP or whatever,
RTMP,
RTMP, and you can't do that with the new controller, and
No.
I can't get the old one to work at all. Of course, the old one would work, then I could do it the way I've been doing it. So,
because even Prism, I guess Rodney and Chris, y'all do, you open Prism back and then you go back to y'all. Of course, y'all that's right, from the Go 4 app. You can go live straight from that,
right? And even from the Fly app, I can fly my MA2. I can fly it from the Fly More app because I'm using the RTMP, and I knew some of the guys, like Dennis, was having a hard time with getting it to fly without using a third-party streaming software like Prism. Right.
Yeah, because the last time I tried the Prism Live, for some reason I couldn't get the sound. And I know you got to go down a little further and it says click, make sure your mic's on, but that was clicked on, but it still wasn't getting the sound. So I really don't, and I hadn't tried it again. And then with the new RC controller, you can't go live, as Scott says. So it is kind of frustrating that you got the newest technology, but you got to go back and use the old controller.
Here's what I run into. I use Prism here at the lake because there's no cell phone service like there used to be. And to use the Go 4 app with the RTMP stuff, you need at least 3 bars. And I'm sitting here right now and got 2. It's all I get here anymore. It's just barely 2.
Right.
2 bars. So the Prism works great, and I get why people use it because it works. And it was my saving grace because I had about give up over here at the water. We're just going to start flying from the house.
Well, I use Prism, and but again, I'm brand new to this, and that just happened to be the first app that I tried. So,
well, I personally like Prism. It hasn't failed me yet, but
I like the Go 4 because you don't have all the telemetry, and you don't have even if you swipe the screen, you still got the little square down there shows a map, and it's a full Go 4 app is a full screen.
Full screen, yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
But hey, nobody cares. They like it, so that's all that matters.
Now, Joe, don't you have the small controller? Or you so
selling that with my Air2S, yeah.
Can you go live from that controller though? No.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you can download apps on it.
Well, you can. Well, in the Fly app on the smart controller, it has the ability when you go to transmission, and then you have live stream platforms, so you can enter the RTMP address. But for me personally, and I'll shout out Mel 400 AGL. He had a video on how to do this. I watched, but you have to go to your on your computer. You open up like you're and go to like you're going live. Get that RTMP address, put it in, which it's the same RTMP address every time, so it saves in your controller. And but you have to have that up on the computer first, and then hit go live, and then go fly, and you're good. But it was a little stuttery last time.
That's what Matty was trying to get me to do, and I knew it, but I already knew that when I went and got the smart controller, it was not, or my RC controller, it was not going to give you that transmission spot where you could actually fill it in. So
right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that is missing on that new controller. Yep.
Scott, you still did a great job. You really did.
Man, it was a lot better than yesterday's. I can tell you, yesterday I was dead tired. I couldn't hardly. I mean, I kind of halfway listened to what I did yesterday, and I was like, "Oh man, it was obvious too."
Hey man, it's all for fun. It's all for fun. Man. That's what it's about. Have fun. That's what it's about.
Both shows were great. Had a lot of fun. I'm sure everybody agrees with me. You're one of the most happiest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, because you just seem to laugh all the time. You and TG must be related.
No, let me tell you what.
It's the state of Florida. That's what it is.
No, it's this community, because the rest of the time I'm a butthole.
No, you're not.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. I literally said, all my passions have died. I love hunting. I love fishing. I don't get to go do either. I used to go to football games all the time. Believe it or not, I'm actually a Don't tell. Is a DeMarco in here?
He's still here. Yeah.
I think so.
I'm actually a huge Gator fan. And the way I explain it is our county is literally halfway between FSU and Florida. And I lived on the side of the county that was closer to Florida. So we always went to Gainesville. And as a young boy, I got to go to the Florida games. And actually everything I tried to do was to go to Florida, but everything was meant for me to be in Tallahassee. And I love this town. This town has been a great town to me.
But didn't you go to FSU?
I graduated from FSU. I went down to Florida and I started out. I said, look, I made an A and C of physics. And they said, uh-oh. He said, if you ain't made straight A's in your core classes, we won't take you. And FSU, I'm telling a lot on myself. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I don't really want to say what I do.
Hey, Scott, you're not that far from Birmingham either. Just to let you know. So,
but anyway, I end up here, and then my first boss was a huge Gator fan, so we hit it off. And matter of fact, my last game I went to the when it's hanging back there on the wall, but the national championship game that Florida won with oh my gosh, I done forgot his name. How bad is that? Our quarterback, we played Tebow. We played Oklahoma, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, that game wore me out. Oklahoma was playing that fast pace offense, and it was brand new back then.
Boomer Sooners.
Well, we beat them. So
beat Texas.
But I got to tell you, I've always, since I graduated from FSU, I've always loved FSU too. But I'm not a fair weather fan. When I started going to the Florida games, we were losing every game, and it started as a young boy. So I still prefer Florida.
Well, football is huge right now. It is just incredible. The amount of people that go and the ratings and all, man, it is crazy.
I just love good football. I mean, I want to see the Tennessee-Georgia game. I was hoping Tennessee would have played better, made it a better game. I missed the SEC games where, you didn't know who was going to win. They had to play to find out. And
go Tigers.
Bill Thomas, welcome in.
LSU Tigers. Yeah. So
Tigers,
I went to
Tigers on a roll, man. Tigers are setting themselves up for a playoff. I tell you what, after that first game, it was people, of course, how people are today. They're ready to get rid of a coach after one game. But, man, LSU is in a good position right now.
I got to go to the LSU game, and it was there, and they brought the tiger out, and the tiger's in the cage, and a squirrel came running out on the field. And so he's running all over the field, and guess where he decided to hide? It was right underneath the tiger cage.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I'm out. I went to the New York Institute of Technology.
Hey, Chris, thanks for hopping in.
We didn't have much of a football team.
Have a good day, Chris.
Have a good day, Chris.
See you, Chris. Be good, man.
Bye, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Captain Ray Kelly. Captain Ray, what you got playing today? I know you're doing some flying.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's the weather here is breaking records with the warmth. Really? Yeah. I'm hoping to go. Definitely, I'm going to go down to Mount Sinai Harbor, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty. We were 87 degrees the other day. It rained yesterday. Of course, like Chris, that weather came through Texas there and stuff. So yeah, but it was a little bit cooler yesterday. But it's supposed to be 84 today. So.
But I had a nice meetup on Thursday night with some new people. I've never flown with them. Jeff Norman and some other guys from the New York City 5 boroughs and beyond meetup group, and it was fun. It was fun flying with those guys.
The great drone ambassador right there. Mr.
They were flying in Ortels. They were big Ortel guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray. He did actually. Jeff did call me yesterday. So.
Oh, he did. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Man, the Ortel looks very tempting. Of course, I don't know. Hey, after talking to Marcus, Marcus said, "Well, it is a great drone, but then it doesn't do a whole lot more than the Air 2S." So
well, just ask Max. Max will tell you DJI is the best.
Yeah, well, hey, you can't believe everything Max says.
Well, Matt, you guys know Matt Bagwell, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
He flies the Autel, and
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
he loves it. And I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with it.
Well, I have the Nano Plus, and I love the low Nano Plus, and I'm not
Yeah,
going to
that's
sit
right.
here
You
because
do have that one.
yeah, because some people look. I mean, there's people in the chats, they go, man, it's so much better, and personally, it's pretty damn sharp on video and photos, especially on low light. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's better than the, I don't know because I don't have the Mavic 3. But hey, just I think all the drones have come a long way, and hey, just be happy with what you got. We got a lot to choose from, especially, man, look at the past year, the Avata, the Nano, the
bunch of them come out.
yeah, so many drones have come out. Autel released 3 drones, of course, EXO, but I mean, there's a lot to pick from. So you got to be careful what you buy,
Yeah.
Well, you guys know that I went FPV, right? Rob let me fly his Avata, so I'm an FPV guy now.
Uh-oh.
What'd you think of those goggles, Ray? Pretty nice, huh?
Well, different experience, that's for sure. Yeah,
Very
definitely.
Was it the newer goggles that he
Yes,
had?
yes.
Yeah, he had the
okay.
new one.
It was cool. I have to say, it was cool.
FPV is not
It
for
was
everybody.
nerve-wracking, though.
Hey,
I was
Ray,
very,
I'll
very
text
nervous.
I'll text Cheryl now and tell her what you want for Christmas. Let me.
Yeah.
Well, hey
Bob
guys,
Dempsey,
I'm
go
going
ahead,
to drop
Rob.
out, guys. So, Joe, Scott, Johnny, Ray, you
Thank
guys
you, Rodney,
have a
for
good
hopping
day.
in, man.
Everybody in the chat, have a great day, and we'll see you guys later.
Good talking
Bye,
with
man.
you,
Good
Rodney.
day, Rodney.
I'm gonna probably end this
Bye,
pretty
Rodney.
soon. I gotta get over to the cemetery. Then we're gonna start painting. We got about 35 gallons of paint to get these walls done, so we want to get that. But hey, Scott,
That's
I
always a
appreciate
fun
it, man.
day.
That was fun this morning. And Joe, appreciate you
Hey,
hopping in. And Ray,
Ma-
Ray, who you got tomorrow night on the show?
Yeah, Gary Sullivan from Massachusetts. Yeah, Gary's a good drone pilot.
Oh, Gary with
flies.
the accent. The accent.
Yeah, he
with the
talks
accent.
funny. Yeah, he parks his cars.
Yeah. He just
Fuck the guy.
said hello to me this morning. It was about 5 o'clock. He didn't realize it was still early. All right, guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this. But Scott, thank you, and Joe,
Hey,
thank you.
Johnny,
and,
Johnny,
everybody
make
out
sure
there.
you get that paint on the walls, not on your shirt.
Well, I'll be I'll be looking different in a couple hours, man. But I want to thank everybody. And Wednesday night, Ray, who we got? We got Doc Murdoch and Brian.
Doc
Mackey.
Murdoch and Brian Mackey, man, that's going to be a good show too.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
And Johnny, I
Brian's
got a
a big-
premiere going at 10 o'clock this morning. So
All right, well,
just to
tune
let
in.
everybody know.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see y'all
Bye, Joe.
tomorrow night on Rays. And tonight, Uncle Bill. So tune in, to Uncle Bill. Bill about what 9:30, I think he goes on, or 8:30. What time is Bill?
10, closer to 10.
Okay, well, tune in to that. All right, guys. Have a great Sunday.
All right, have a great day, everybody.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.